Wayne was standing in front of Taehyung with the crazy heartbeats as the doctor was removing the dressing from his eyes. It was finally the day when he would see the world through his eyes again. Losing his eyesight in a car accident, his life drowned into darkness, but Wayne's love and dedication was the result. They were right there. A harsh light Taehyung felt in his eyes that he immediately closed them. Please open them slowly. Adjusting the lights of the hospital room, he slowly opened his eyes. The first person he encountered was Wayne, who was standing with moistened eyes. Are you feeling any problem? No. Tae? Coming towards him, she cupped his face in her gentle hold. There was no word which could describe how happy she was, but something was missing in Taehyung's case. How are you feeling? I can't explain. His reference was different from her question, but being innocent, she hugged him tightly to bring happiness in her love's life again. Not feeling his arms surrounded her or showing any emotions of happiness, she felt uneasy but scooted away just to meet his blank eyes. Is something wrong? No, I just want to rest. Okay, you take rest, till then I talk with doctor. Ruffling his hair like a baby, she took her leave with extreme happiness, unaware it was going to fade soon. Wayne and Taehyung came back to her apartment since they lived together more than 2 years. After his parents abandoned him for being useless, she found him in the streets. Being kind-hearted, she let him stay with her, but as time passed, they developed the feelings for each other. Life was going smoothly for a loving couple. Sometimes he broke down in front of her, being a burden, but she always consoled him with heartfelt words. She had a pure heart and true love for him, while he felt that too until he got his eyesight back. Taehyung was in the bathroom looking at himself through the mirror, and something was off with him since he saw Wayne. She was far from a beautiful girl and now doubting his own choice of years. I can't think like that. She did so much for me. He massaged his temple to calm his messed up mind when he heard a light knock on the door. Tae, are you inside like half an hour? Is there any problem? No, Wayne, I'm good. I'm just coming. He just let out her name and she felt distant all of a sudden because he never took her name but sweet nicknames all the time. I'm thinking too much. She shook her head, moving to the kitchen and placed his favorite dishes on the table. With a fake smile, he joined her and following his hobby, he gave a first bite to her. Now I am thinking about to find a particular job. Tae, you should take some time. There is no need to rush. It's been more than 2 years. Isn't enough already? She looked down having the meal. His tone didn't really give justice to her care, which he noticed too. I can't be selfish. He held her hand in his hold that she looked at him and a tear finally dropped from her eyes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have talked to you in this tone. He wiped her tears with his thumb and pulled her to his lap. He hugged her tightly like he always did, but with a lack of true emotion. It was just a compensation she did for him. With her selfless love, she stayed by his side, helped him out in his hard times, helped him to conquer his insecurities, did so many jobs to collect the money for his operation, even including her savings. He was grateful for her with his whole heart, but the feelings which were fading were not helping him, and without love, how long he could stay with her. Days were passing in a blur. Taehyung found a simple job in a fashion company which paid him well but couldn't give him stability. But soon things started to get changed when he got the modeling offer. His face card, his attitude, his confidence and charming personality captured the designer's eyes, and he got his first big break which turned out successful. To celebrate his big victory, Wayne decorated her small apartment with making his favorite food, ignoring the fact she was ghosted by him most of the time, and again there was no trace of him. She sent him another message because he was not answering her calls and sadly gave a look to the preparation, then the food with moistened eyes. You changed, Taehyung. Tears streaming down from her eyes, and waiting for him more than 2 hours, she slept on the couch. Soon Taehyung came, but the decoration, food and tired Wayne caught his attention. A pang he felt in his heart. After all, she deserved his time more than anyone, but he was enjoying with elite friends, ignoring her messages and calls. "I'm sorry." He noticed the soaked tears on her cheeks and kissed her hair with sadness, but no matter how much he tried, the feeling of love was not coming back. Sitting beside her, he had the food she prepared with pure love and rest put inside the fridge. Giving her a last glance, he went to the bedroom to sleep. Taehyung came out of the bedroom to see she was getting ready for the office, and sadness was radiating on her face. "Why?" She ignored him, sliding the bag on her shoulder, and opened the door, but he held her hand. "I'm sorry for the last night." "You shouldn't be sorry to prioritize your happiness." Pain, only pain was reflecting in her eyes, and removed his hold around her hand. "Please forgive me." "Does it matter anymore?" Controlling her tears, she walked away, thinking he would come behind her, but how wrong she was. So this is the end. Heart swelled up with painful emotion as her first love just broke her heart into pieces. Wine was working with other team members. Their company had another project of ramp walk designing for a big fashion event. After work, she decided to take some rest. Because of Taehyung, she already had sleepless nights since he left the apartment and her, without even exchanging a word. "Wine, please place these clothes carefully in the makeup room." "Sure, sir." Tiredly, she clutched the hanger stand and moved to the makeup room, but stopped at the doorway with the mention of her name. "What? You left Wine?" "Yeah, I just can't live with her anymore." "Why? What happened suddenly?" "Come on, Jimin, you know why. Look at her and then look at me." The reason clutched her heart with extreme pain, and her insecurities, anxiety went to its peak. "She's an amazing soul, Taehyung. See, you can't even defend her. Jimin, now I have a name and people know me. I want my partner to be beautiful, who can walk with me rather than a beautiful character." Tears kept falling from her eyes with the humiliation of her love, her appearance, and her selfless behavior. "How can you be so selfish, Taehyung? You told me she was the one with you when everybody neglected you, including your so-called family. And what you did?" "I know I am selfish, but I can't pretend to. I don't have any slight feeling for her, then why I ruin my future? I do deserve happiness." She spent her time, her love, her efforts, her money just to get betrayed at the end. "Say whatever you want, but this is the truth that I can't stand with her, and don't worry, I will pay every single penny to her." Her body felt weak by his harsh words, that her hold loosened around the hanger stand, and the sound of the third caught their attention. "Wine?" Guilt was written on their faces, but composing herself, she ran away, not to break down in front of them. She was running aimlessly in the dark night under the thunderstorm. She was hollow, shattered, but there was no one for her when she was a selfless person all the time for others. Maybe being kind gives you nothing in return. With that thought, she closed her eyes. The big truck was coming towards her with a high speed, yet she stayed, and her heartbeat was running with inhuman pace. Sweat was covering all over her body. Expressions of horror was painted on her face, and she was breathing abnormally. It was her dream, a horrible dream. She drank the glass of water to calm herself, but those words were kept repeating in her head like a broken radio. Everything seemed so real. What if Taehyung had these thoughts were real? The half of her dream was true, but changing Taehyung's feelings not. After a year of his operation, him being a big thing, Taehyung never left her side. She was his first priority in every situation. He was proud to call her his. She was the most important part of his life, but the dream changed her thought process. These average-looking people don't deserve happiness. Her eyes caught her reflection in the mirror, which was located in front of the bed. She realized she never fit in the beauty standards. Why a beautiful face more important than a beautiful heart? More tears streaming down from her eyes, and she rested her head on her knees while circling her arms around her figure. She cried her heart out with all the insecurities she felt. Soon the bedroom door opened, revealing tired Taehyung, but he got shocked seeing his love crying. He immediately sat beside her with panic. Love, what happened? Just go away. He was confused, hurt to see her in this condition, but the next moment he hugged her tightly. No matter what, he can't leave her even if she wanted. I said, leave me. Shh. He kissed her hair with moistened eyes. It was tearing his heart when she cried in his embrace brutally, but he let her do it until she was able to share it with him. Can you please tell me what happened? Did I do something wrong? His tone was calm and comforting, but she was hesitating to let out. Please tell me, Vayan. I'm scared. Scared of what? Scared that one day you will leave me for a better girl. He was an understanding man and scooted away from him. He knew what was going in her mind and wiped her tears before cupping her face in his hands. Vayan, my love, you are choice of me and my heart. You are the only woman in my life and will always be, because without you, there is no Kim Taehyung. You are a part of me. You are the reason of my happiness. You are the only one I look in the crowd. You are the one who stuck in my mind. You are the only one who rules my heart. And if I ever fall in love again, then it will be only you. I love you so much, Vayan. Please trust me. Your Tae isn't going anywhere without his lady love. Tae. She hugged him again while crying and rested his chin on her head. She knew her insecurities were overpowering her, but assuring her with love was his responsibility, which he did beautifully. He was truly in love with her beyond everything and anything. I saw a bad dream that you left me. If I left you, then there will be nothing right in my life. The way she always consoled him made him trust on himself during his breakdown. He did the same with his heartfelt words, and she felt ease in her heart. Today you have to promise me one thing. Yes, if you ever feel insecure or get negative thoughts or overthinking, you will talk to me directly. I promise. With that, a sweet smile, he kissed her forehead, kissed her both eyes, moving towards her cheeks, then lastly her lips. No matter how many times he kissed her but never got enough of it and filled the moment with love and romance. Holding her neck, he deepened the kiss until lungs gasped for the air. Resting his head on her, their eyes met into a lovable, deep eye contact. Let's get married, It's my promise to be with you forever. Her heart pounded once again with the love, and a dancing smile on her face, she captured his lips into a passionate kiss again.